there folks, this is Richard of Doomed Moviethon and Cinema Somnambulist. My scintillating topic tonight is horror movie magazines and cult movie magazines. I'm not really a collector. I don't have whole runs of anything. I don't care if there's coffee stains, torn pages, cracked spines, I don't know, misplaced toes, whatever the magazines have. I just want them. Okay. First, the standards I pick up as often as possible. Video Watchdog, Morgue, gotta have Morgue, HorrorHound, of course, a new favorite, just good shit. Buy this as often as you can. Phantom of the Movies, Videoscope. If you guys notice, these aren't bagged and boarded right now, but trust me, once I'm done with this, they're going back in the boxes, the acid-free boxes. Is Ultraviolent. This is the first issue that I picked up, number 10, so I haven't missed too many. It's really cool. This next magazine, a classic. Every issue kicks my ass all over town. Shock Cinema. This is awesome. Always good interviews. People I would have never ever thought of get a lot of coverage in this, and just always informative. Okay. The rest of these I acquired very cheaply from Green Shift Comics and Music. It's a Tampa Bay store. You've got to check this place out. Next time you're in Tampa, don't ever come to Tampa. Next time you're in Tampa, Green Shift. It's awesome. What do they got? Comic books, magazine back issues, figures, toys, guitars, guitar amps, guitar pedals. It's wild. Gotta check out the store. It's awesome. Anyway, they had a big sale back in December, so I picked up a bunch of these really cheap. So some of these I'm not too familiar with, but I'm gonna see what happens. We'll let the magic happen. If you told me that this was a fake magazine, that some guy just wanted to pull one over on people with a bunch of fake movies, I would believe it. When I flip through the pages of this, my mind just starts swirling around, and I get kind of dizzy. I have to close it. This is one of the weirdest cult movie things I've ever picked up. It's just really bizarre. As you can see, there's a thick-necked guy on the cover. This is just bizarre. Macho, testosterone-driven explosions, machine guns, etc. But it's seriously obscure shit that I don't know. Maybe I'll read it. One day when I take my medication, I'll read it and I'll tell you all about it. One of my failings as a cult and horror movie fan is that I'm really bad with movies before 1960. I know it's stupid. Like, I mean, obviously, White Zombie and Cat People and other great titles, you know, Night of the Demon or whatever. Just awesome shit from an era, but I'm really disconnected with that. It's really hard for me to get into stuff that's old. Like, he wants old shit. But seriously, there is a connection to the past. Scarlet Street. This covers so much that I've never heard of, stuff that I should know more about. I happily destroy my ignorance with Scarlet Street. And it actually, this issue is my favorite. Covers alligator people. If you haven't seen the alligator people yet, find a copy. It's just one of those movies. I'm sure MST3K has bashed it properly, but it was a Saturday morning movie. Unbelievable. Imagi-Movies. I have never heard of this. I had no idea what this was. I just knew that on the cover was Return of the Living Dead Part 3. One of the most screwed up just outrageous splatter movies ever made. Forget the magazine, watch the movie. Watch it with alligator people. You'll be in a hospital. And of course, Return of the Living Dead 3. Gee, I wonder why I like it. Cinefantastique. Cinefantastique. Not a huge fan of this magazine. I've picked up a few. I had to have this one. It's the films of Terence Fisher. It's got all kinds of Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee goodness. I actually had to haggle for this. I won't mention the store, but it's in West Palm Beach, and this son of a bitch didn't have a price on it. So he made me sit there while he looked it up to find its value in a magazine book, and it took him like 15 minutes to find the price. And then he was judging. He said this was in fine condition or something. I don't remember what I paid, maybe $7 or $8. I was pissed. Not because I had to pay $7 or $8, but because I had to wait for that fat bastard. But who am I calling fat? Look at me. A Deep Red, the late Chaz Ballin, but I had never seen one of these outside of, you know, reprints and stuff online. So the fact that I got it for like $1 or $2 was just great. And of course it covers gore and splatter. Real quick, this is not a horror movie. This is horrible. This is the Marvel Comics adaptation of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, the feature film. This is so crappy. I talked about the RoboCop Marvel adaptation a few weeks ago. This is better because it's a comedy, but it's just really, really unbelievably terrible. Like, I don't know why. It's Elvira, I have to have it. Psychotronic video. I really, really had to have this. Haven't read it yet. Let's move on. Okay. World of Fandom. There's a whole... I have this thing about pre-internet horror movie magazines, like stuff 1990, 1989, whatever. The ads. I'm obsessed with the ads. People buying bootleg tapes of horror movies, people selling their own t-shirt designs, people trying to reach out to other fans. Something about that is just beautiful to me, so I really love that kind of seat of your pants, old school, analog horror fandom. I'll read the ads before I read the articles. I'm weird that way. Finally, last thing. This is my crown jewel, for better or for worse. I don't know why this is my favorite, but it is. I have a Fangoria here.
It's not bad reported. Oh.
I have a Fangoria here with City of the Living Dead on the front. The famous drill scene on John Morgan. Fulci on a cover of a magazine. I'll buy it. I'm a sucker for that. So this was really impressive to me, and it's just, I think it's my favorite Fangoria. It also contains awesome fans back in the 80s talking about how Anthrax rules and sending shout outs to each other. It's heartwarming. It really is. Anyway, I've gone on too long. Thank you. Let me get my cat.